All right, welcome back. So, you're ready to go beyond just the basics with AI, right? You want to start building some really sophisticated high-level responses for your customer service team. Well, you've come to the perfect place. Today, we're going to seriously level up your prompting skills.
And just so you know where we're getting our info, this explainer is pulled straight from Chapter 4 of a fantastic tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC.
So let me ask you something. Are your AI results, good, but not really great? Like, you just have this feeling they could be so much better? If that's you, you're definitely not alone. Look, basic prompts are fine for simple stuff, but the second things get a little tricky, they just kind of fall flat. Well, today, we're going to fix that.
We are moving way beyond simple commands. The whole point here is to learn how to have these really smart, multi-layered conversations with your AI. That way, you can handle those tricky, real-world customer service situations that, let's be honest, need a lot of nuance.
This is all about you leveling up your game. By the time we're done here, you're going to be able to architect AI outputs that are way more thorough, more nuanced, and just so much more precise than what you're probably getting right now. Okay, let's dive in.
So, the first big idea we need to get our heads around is thinking in layers. This isn't about just firing off a single command. No. It's about teaching the AI how to actually analyze a situation, and this is the crucial part, how to remember the context as you work together on a problem.
And here's how we do it. It's called multi-step prompt architecture. And trust me, for those really important, high-stakes interactions, this is a game changer. Instead of just asking for a final email all in one go, you break it down. First, step 1, analyze. You ask the AI to just look at the situation and tell you the key issues. Step 2, strategize. Now you ask for a few different ways to solve it, complete with pros and cons. Step 3, you pick the best strategy and have the AI draft the actual response. And finally, step 4, refine. You give it feedback to tweak the tone, add a detail, whatever it needs. This whole process, it stops the AI from taking lazy shortcuts and gives you much, much better results.
Now, the other piece of thinking in layers is something called context stacking. The best way to think about this is like you're building a case file for the AI. Instead of it having amnesia with every new prompt, you're systematically feeding it relevant info. You're basically giving it a memory, so its answers get smarter and more on point as you go.
So, how do you do that in the real world? Well, you start with a good, solid background on the customer. Then, with every new prompt, you add in the important little details from your conversation. You can even point back to what the AI already said to create some continuity. And here's a pro tip. For those really messy, complicated cases, just keep a running document of all the context. It's a lifesaver for keeping things consistent.
Okay, so now that we know how to give the AI a memory, let's talk about teaching it to change its voice. This next part is all about speaking the customer's language by customizing responses for different types of people or personas.
Because, it's obvious, right? One size does not fit all. The way you talk to a senior executive is totally different from how you'd help a less technical user. When your prompt tells the AI who it's talking to, the relevance of the response just goes through the roof. It's a huge deal.
And this table right here, this is basically your roadmap. It's so cool. You can literally tell the AI, hey, act like you're talking to a busy senior executive. And poof, the tone becomes more formal, it focuses on business impact, gets right to the point. Or you could say, all right, now you're talking to someone who's not very tech savvy. And it'll totally switch gears, become more patient, give simple numbered steps, offer reassurance. This is an incredibly powerful way to fine-tune your communication.
Okay, next up is a super important skill, setting the right rules. As your prompts get more powerful, you got to make sure the AI's creativity stays on track. This is all about using constraints and guardrails so that your outputs are safe, on brand, and totally compliant. You have to be super explicit in your prompts about what the AI can and, just as importantly, cannot promise. You might say something like, do not promise a refund over $50, or do not commit to a timeline for the engineering team. Setting up these kinds of guardrails is absolutely essential to stop the AI from writing checks your company can't cash.
And it goes way beyond just policy stuff. You can control your brand voice, like tell it to always say customers instead of users. You can set quality standards, like making sure everything is factually accurate, or even tell it to include mandatory legal disclaimers. Every single constraint you add gives you more and more precise control over what you get back.
All right, the last technique we're going to cover today is all about getting the perfect output format. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can actually command the AI to create highly structured content.
This can be a massive time saver and make the output fit your needs perfectly.
This, right here, is where the AI stops being just a writer and becomes a true partner in your workflow. You can ask it to format a troubleshooting guide as a decision tree, or create a product comparison table, or even generate a list of likely follow-up questions in an FAQ format. Getting this level of control over the structure saves a ridiculous amount of editing time.
So let's take a breath and recap. We've just run through a really powerful toolkit of intermediate prompting techniques, and these can totally change the way you work with AI.
Let's lock in these key takeaways. 1. Multi-step architecture. That's how you tackle the really tough problems. 2. Context stacking. You're giving the AI a memory, a case file. 3. Persona customization. So you're always speaking the customer's language. 4. Constraints and guardrails. This is all about staying in control and keeping things safe. And 5. Advanced formatting. Getting the exact structure you need right out of the gate. Seriously, mastering these 5 skills will be your new foundation.
You know, mastering these skills is really the bridge. It's what takes you from being someone who just uses AI to someone who strategically commands it to create exceptional, high-quality work.
So, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Now that you have this powerful new toolkit at your fingertips, what's the first complex customer problem you're going to solve? Thanks for joining me.